There are 56 seconds remaining with the Indiana Pacers trailing by 9 points. That is when Aaron Nesmith hit this shot.
Well, Nesmith three, good, another one from outside.
But after New York responded immediately with a layup, it was over, right? I mean, 8 points in 40 seconds. You know when something happens that is so unbelievable, you don't quite know where to begin? That is what we just saw with the Indiana Pacers win over the New York Knicks. And it is what we have seen with the Indiana Pacers every single round of these NBA playoffs. Because every single round, we have seen the Pacers pull out a win that doesn't seem possible. And I'm not even sure if this was the craziest comeback of the playoffs. Because, I mean, Tyrese Haliburton missed a free throw, got his own miss, and then hit a step back three against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Carlisle's gonna let him play. Haliburton steps back and hits.
That actually happened. So I'm not sure if this was the craziest comeback they've had these playoffs, but one thing I do know is no one else is doing what the Indiana Pacers are doing, and no one else is doing what Tyrese Haliburton is doing. Because the moment that ball touched his hands, with 10 seconds remaining and a chance to win the game, you just knew. You just felt that he was going to make the shot. And even after he fumbled the ball when driving past Mikal Bridges, the confidence to then back it out with only a couple of seconds remaining, set his feet, take the two, and well, that bounce. I mean, Knicks fans are going to see that bounce and that celebration in their nightmares. And I know they didn't win the game off that shot, but to be honest, Tyrese Haliburton can celebrate any way he wants, because over the course of this season, Tyrese Haliburton has had 14 shots with a chance to take the lead or tie the game. Of those 14 shots, he has made 12 of them. Do you understand how insane that is? Since 1997, 4 times has a team won when trailing by 7+ in the final 15 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime in the playoffs. 1,700 times have they lost. The Indiana Pacers have 3 of those 4 wins in this playoff run. Sorry if that sounds slightly confusing. Basically, all you need to know is something that happened once in nearly 30 years has happened 3 times in the last month from the same team. Oh, and not just the same team, the same player all 3 times. So when Hallie decided to do the Reggie Miller choke celebration, I didn't care that the game went to overtime. I wouldn't have cared if they lost by 10 points in overtime. He can do whatever he wants. And because he's just that guy, and the Pacers are that team, obviously they were going to win in overtime as well. But we need to go back a bit further than this shot from Tyrese Haliburton. I haven't even mentioned the craziest part of this game, and I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't that Tyrese Haliburton shot. That wasn't even close. With less than 5 minutes remaining in the game and the Knicks up by 13 points, Mikal Bridges gets the inbound pass. He gets Shepherd in the post, and it's a routine bucket. What happened over the next 5 minutes was something I can only describe as one of the craziest out-of-body experiences I have seen from any player, let alone someone whose name is not Steph Curry or Klay Thompson or Damian Lillard. His name is Aaron Nesmith. And you better start respecting him, because the very next play, the Pacers bring the ball up the floor. Thomas Bryant sets the flare screen for him, and he gets free for the bucket. What we don't know is this is about to be a 3-point shot that will change not just this game, but potentially the Knicks and Pacers' entire seasons. Because as the Knicks go down and score again, and another minute is run off the clock, the game looks further and further out of reach. But once again, it's Nesmith with the ball. And this time Toppin sets the screen, Cat doesn't step up, and it's a knockdown 3. But again, it was the Knicks who answered.
Is guarding on the other team. 3 Brunson.
And this time, it was Hallie who responded, just keeping the Pacers in the game, but not really thinking they were going to pull it off, until Nesmith did this.
Nesmith 3, good! Got it!
And I'm surprised they don't have Miles Turner, the rim protector, on the floor as well.
Nesmith 3, good! Another one from outside. Nesmith again, 3, got it! He's a flamethrower! Nesmith, it's a 3, it's a 2-point game!
Oh my
It's
goodness.
a 2-point game!
Back back-to-back-to-back threes, and all of a sudden, with less than 30 seconds remaining, the Pacers actually had a chance at winning, which is when the Pacers were hit with 2 strokes of luck. And how often have we seen it as Karl Anthony Towns went to the free throw line and split a pair? An 84% shooter for his career at over 90% in these playoffs, before 20 seconds later, it was OG Anunoby who split a pair. And all of a sudden, after being up by nearly 15 points with 3 minutes remaining, there were 10 seconds left and the ball was in the hands of one player who you would not want to have the ball.
Haliburton. He'll take it. He'll backpedal a 3 for the win. And goal!
Like I said, this is one of those games where you have to forgive me if this video is slightly erratic, because how do you even talk about something like this? How do you even talk about this Pacers team, this special Pacers team, and this special player, Tyrese Haliburton? And he will get so much of the attention, and rightfully so, because he's done this numerous times in one playoff run. And not just the playoffs, in the regular season as well. It felt like it was 3 years ago, but there was a time during the year where this was the craziest play of the NBA season.
Haliburton's got the ball. Haliburton rises up.
Look at that shot again. For 99.9% of NBA players, and I'm including some of the greatest players that have ever played, that would be the craziest shot they would have ever made in their NBA career. For Tyrese Haliburton, maybe that's the 3rd or 4th craziest shot he has made this season, just to sum up the kind of season he has had. But in saying all of that, you saw what Aaron Nesmith did. Obi Toppin came up clutch with a putback dunk off one of the only clutch misses Tyrese has had all season. And then there's one other player who I need to mention, Andrew Nembhard, who after having a relatively quiet game, took over in overtime, scoring 7 of his 16 points in overtime. And it's a shot like this.
Nembhard, 3-corner, good!
He shot 29% from 3 during the regular season, but he has been unconscious during the playoffs, and just the confidence to knock down that kind of shot. And then after doing that, he did what he does best, which is use his skill inside the arc, like here, attacking Brunson, who had 5 fouls at the time, or cutting backdoor on Josh Hart, and a terrific dime from Hallie to find him. And we can talk about Hallie or Pascal, who have been terrific during these playoffs, but Andrew Nembhard has been the difference for the Pacers. Calling him an X factor would almost feel wrong, because he's been that good and that consistent. And whilst you might only see 15 points a game and 6 assists on the box score, 50% from 3, less than 2 turnovers per game, physical, aggressive, hard defense, and as far as third options go, how many would you trust more to get you a bucket than Andrew Nembhard? In a league that is so driven by stars running the offense every single play, it is refreshing to see Indiana have such a selfless superstar. But it's not just about Tyrese Haliburton being selfless, it is about a team full of players who can take advantage of what he creates and then just go above and beyond with their ability to score the basketball. I mean, I haven't even mentioned Benedict Mathurin or TJ McConnell or Obi Toppin or Miles Turner, even Ben Shep. This sounds like I'm exaggerating, but for anyone who has watched the Pacers, none of this is an exaggeration. This is such a good team from top to bottom. And apparently they just have a fetish for pulling off the greatest comebacks in NBA history every single week, and Tyrese Haliburton has a particular likening for that. I mean, what else can you really say?